Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Wild Ones podcast. I'm Kara, and I'm joined with.
Destiny.
Patricia.
Today, we're actually going to talk about one of Evan's movies. So, we're going to start going down the rabbit hole of talking about all of them. Today is going to be Kiss the Wrong Brother, which I know a lot of people have found him in, and that's kind of the one that everybody decided was their grab to get involved with all the rest of his movies. So this one is called Kiss the Wrong Brother, and it is about senior high schooler Aria. She thinks she's in love with Ben when Ben's brother Miles returns home from a year gap from college. Aria seeks Miles' help in winning over Ben's affection when the plan does not go as expected. So that's that.
I know I love this one so much. It's so good.
Me too.
Me too.
Okay. So, Kissing the Wrong Brother, you can find that one on Drama Box. It was released January 14th of this year, 2026. So, we'll go by the list of the characters. So, first up, we have Olivia Williams, who played Kylie. So,
Yeah,
for me, she plays such a good villain.
she does.
She's good.
She can play that
She's
part
so good.
so well.
Yeah. Yeah. I think she really is good at nailing that like mean girl essence, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like she just kind of does it. And she's done it in so many of them that like I think she just knows now how to do
Yeah,
it.
she has it like
But
down to a T.
she really does. She's really good
She's
at it.
like she's so good at it, and she's not like some of the mean girls. Like I just really don't like, and they're really easy to hate. I still like her, even though she's the mean girl. Like she just does it so well. You're like, yeah, she's the mean girl, but like somehow I still like her. Like
Yeah, she
just
has that like
like
mean girl likable quality.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm like, man, but I did see because she posted that she just filmed it or she is like her first lead as
Yeah,
like
she's
and
filmed
not
she's
the
Yeah.
filmed
mean
it.
girl,
Yep.
and I'm so excited for her because it'll be cool to see her do something else, but she does
Yeah.
the mean girl so well. I'm like, oh, I wonder who the mean girl is going to be in that one.
Yeah.
Because like
Can you imagine her being the one that gets like all beat up
Bullied.
on? Like I
I
can't.
know it's crazy. It's going to be so crazy.
I'll just
It's
be
kind of like
waiting for
Evan
that
getting beat
mean
up
girl
on. It's
energy
like,
to come out and be like,
Yeah.
no.
yeah. I know they really need to do. I mean, I know the whole like, bullying thing is a thing with them, but like I also feel like it's like can we have one girl fight back? Just one,
I
like Hannah
know.
did with Blake Manning in I don't know, the education, sex education or something with my stepbrother or whatever it was, but she kind of did in that one, and everybody was like, "Whoa, like holy
Hmm.
cow, they actually had a character that like,
Fought back.
stood up for herself,
Yeah.
But and then there was also like the character Blake's character being like, "Dude, stick up for yourself. Like what is going on with you?" So I think there's
Hmm.
there's kind of a shift in that of like everybody's kind of tired of this whole like wimp attitude of the girl
Yeah.
getting the
Yeah.
nerdy girl or whatever getting beat up on.
Yeah.
But I feel like, with her it's totally different because she's so good at that like
Yeah.
tough attitude, you're just
Hmm.
like, let's go
But
girl, and then
Yeah.
she still shows that soft side
yeah,
of like you want to not like her, but you
yeah,
can't because she shows this side of like she still cares about what
yeah,
everyone thinks, but she
It's
doesn't want to
almost
actually
like
show it.
because like typically like bullies in real life, right? Like they're like that for a reason because they're
Yeah.
insecure or they were bullied or whatever it is. So like it's almost like a protective
yeah,
mechanism and like a wall. And
Yeah.
so it's almost like you could feel that with her when she plays the mean girl. Like there's a reason she's
yeah,
mean, and it's not because like she just wants to be mean. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like it's
yeah,
it's like coming from a place of probably she was hurt in the past or like she doesn't want to be the one that get bullied or whatever. I don't know. It's just
yeah.
it's kind of
It's
a
a bit
she
of
does
a,
it so well. I don't know.
yeah, she really does. I'm really excited for her to have a lead. I'm really
Yeah.
excited for her to keep going, and I'm excited to see what she does in Academy Lives too. Lives. Yeah, Jesus. I'm excited to see what she does in Academy of
Me too.
Lies. Because it looks as if she's gonna be the mean girl in that one,
I think
but who
Yeah.
knows?
yeah.
You know, I don't know,
Yeah.
but it looks good.
Yeah, it does look good. I'm excited. I'm counting
Yeah,
down the days again
I
to that
know.
one.
I keep doing it on I keep posting that on the thing, and everybody on all the socials, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, I love that we're counting this down."
Yeah. Actually, Kissing the Wrong Brother was the first one that I ever counted down for because like I had found him in
Wow.
Pucked. And so then shortly after I'd seen that the release date for Kissing Our Brother was supposed to come out because I kept seeing the ads. And so then
Yeah.
I was counting down and I was a day early. So I like counted wrong, obviously. So like I kept refreshing all day and I was like, what the heck? Where is this movie? And yeah, I had to wait a whole nother day. But that was the
Oh,
first one I actually counted down for.
wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So then we have Daniel, who played Ben.
Mhm.
And how are you guys feeling about him?
Oh, I saw an interview with him and the accent totally took me by surprise because I didn't
Oh
know
my
he
god, I
wasn't
know.
American.
Yeah, I thought he was too.
Yeah.
He's
And
from
then I also then
Australia.
like, yeah, Australian. I was like, what? Oh, okay. Because he
Yeah.
actually did a pretty good American accent. Because I feel like a lot of times you can tell when people are doing an American
Hmm.
accent. He
Yeah.
actually did pretty good, I thought, because I didn't really
Yeah.
pick
I
up on
didn't
it that
know.
much. I was
Yeah.
probably watching, you know, other people. Just
Yeah.
paying attention to other people. But
You're paying
yeah,
attention, but not paying attention at the same time.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I haven't seen him in anything else. This is the
I
only
mean,
thing I've seen him in, and
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I
It's
think it's
kind of
partially
hard
his
to judge it.
character. The way
It's
they
hard
wrote
to
his
judge it.
character, I thought was like not great.
yes.
Like
Yeah.
his lines and like just I don't know
The
the
type of
scenes.
character it was, I
Yeah,
think it could
like
have been a little bit different and better, but
yes.
because of how it was all playing out, it was
Hmm.
kind of hard to sort of like structure it, I guess, a little bit
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I
on
feel
how.
like yeah, his character wasn't super developed as far as like from Arya's perspective. You could totally see like we've been friends for a really long time. I really like him. I'm pining over him. And obviously, he gave her some sort of attention for her to like
Think that.
think all that he would go for her, right? So he must have given her some sort of attention. But then, yet, whenever you see interactions with them, it was almost like there wasn't anything
Yes.
there.
Yeah,
And so I was
Yeah.
like,
exactly.
it kind of, they didn't, I don't know. I just was like, if they would have leaned into
If
that a
they
little
would have
bit
shown
more,
more
I feel like it would
chemistry
have
a
been
little
more
bit.
believable for him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. I think the story behind Ben wasn't really developed as much as it
Hmm.
should have been. And they kind of left out a lot of the in between him and Arya.
Hmm.
And so I feel like that's what kind of separated, and also I think gave more into her, falling in love with Miles, where all of us were like, oh, we see it because
Yeah.
they're just a disconnect between the two of them,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. Um, but yeah, I mean, I would agree. I would think there was just like I wasn't very impressed. I think that character just didn't have enough oomph to it. And I
Hmm.
don't know if
Yeah.
that's Daniel himself not feeling the character or if that's just in general the character just didn't have anything.
Yeah.
But like you, Destiny, I haven't seen him in anything else, so I don't know how he is outside of that character.
Hmm.
But that character didn't make me go run out and want to watch anything either. So I just I was gonna
Yeah.
but yeah, I feel like I don't think it was done justice for him
Yeah.
in that one. And
Yeah.
I
I
think
think
the
if there was a
character of
little bit
Ben also
more
was
of a
well done.
like if you would have saw the interaction between Arya and Ben a little bit
Mhm.
more, like there was a
Yeah.
couple scenes where they could have had a little bit more interaction and show a little bit more depth,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it was just so like cut and dry, like just this,
Hmm.
that's it. Where there
Yeah.
could have been,
Exactly.
I think, a little bit more, and it would have been made Ben's character a little bit more
Yeah.
better.
Like even just
Yeah.
like the details, I don't know, I'm very like detail oriented with certain things that are just like random. But like when she went over to their house and like she didn't even know whose room was whose, but like they were supposed to have been like lifelong like friends that grew up together. I'm like, I'm pretty sure she would have been to this house before.
Yep.
but she's wandering around like she's never been in there. And then,
Yep.
walked in obviously on him and Kylie. So I was like, I don't know about, like, I feel like that was, like, I
Yeah.
feel
There
like
was
it
a
should have been one of
disconnect right
those, if
there.
they're comfortable with each other, she would have just like walked in and been like, hey, and then,
Hey, yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Well, and also like when she goes into Miles's room, like
Hmm.
as if like she doesn't know that he exists. Like it was
Yeah.
just this
Yeah.
weird. I was like, well, and she was like, "Oh, you're back. Well, how are you back?" And you're
Yeah.
like, "You know who he is. Why are you acting like you don't know who he
Yeah.
is?" You
Yeah.
know, like it was just this weird thing. I don't know. I didn't understand that part of the story of her like
Yeah.
not knowing him almost,
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
if you've been lifelong friends, then you would know he has a brother. Like, so
Exactly.
Well, because didn't
Like,
he leave at sort of not a young age, but he wasn't that old either.
yeah, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't know he's there. They would have had pictures and stuff on their walls or whatever. Like I feel like see that's where my brain just goes into like the whole backstory of the whole thing.
I know, me
Yeah.
too, because
And
I'm like, because they lit like Miles and Ben live together as if it's not like a new thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
oh, he came back for this gap year, and like, okay, and they're just, I don't know, and so like,
Yeah.
I feel like I can't give like a super good critique on Ben just because I didn't feel like there was much there to really critique. Like, I feel like he kind
Yeah.
of played like the kind of like aloof whatever guy pretty well, but like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it just didn't like resonate with me. I wasn't like, oh, and I just think also that Catherine and Evan had such good chemistry that it was hard to like probably
Yes.
overcome that too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we'll jump into Catherine Wilson, who played Aria. And I think she was just perfect for Aria. Like she
Me
had
too.
that sweet, innocent face, and like I don't know, it's just she played the character so well. It suited her so well.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think she nailed that character.
Mhm.
And I think how she interacted with Evan and the chemistry between them and like that one picture of them with the ice cream, in between
Oh
them.
yes, I
Yeah,
love the
that
ice cream
one's
scene.
so
If that
cute.
doesn't give you a good
Yeah,
idea of like their chemistry, I don't know what
yeah,
does. But
yeah,
it's also that one scene where she's like asking him about marriage or whatever, before he knocks Ben out and or tries to and or Ben knocks him out, whatever. And like they're all lovey-dovey or whatever. But like I think, that scene always reminds me of like and also the like argue scene of like how good their chemistry is like
yeah,
together and where it was believable, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think
I
she
think
did
she did,
fantastic.
yeah, super good. And again, I haven't seen anything else with her in it, which in this case I think was good because I didn't have any sort of like preconceived ideas or anything in my
Yeah.
head about her. And
Yeah.
so, but I think she just did a really good job regardless. Like I think it's hard to do, especially in these types of movies, like the innocent role, because
Yeah.
like one of the times that I thought she did so good was when they were in the bar, which don't get me started on the bar when like she's in high school and he's in college, but okay.
I
Like,
know.
you
I
know,
know.
Yeah.
anyway, and
Yeah.
And then
he
she comes
pulls.
dressed like she's going to a debate.
Yes. Like what?
I do not
Okay.
understand
And
why
they
they
let her
chose
in.
that.
Like, okay, anyway.
But no, it's
So,
why did they choose that? Why couldn't she be in regular clothes?
and
Like,
not only
what
that,
was
it didn't
the?
even look like a bar.
I,
So, but I have so many
I
things
know.
about
Yeah,
It looked
so many
more
things
like
I
a
like,
lounge type
so many things I
area.
don't like.
Yeah.
But the whole when he pulled her stool or chair closer,
closer.
and
Yeah.
she like her reaction, just like her body language and her facial like
Yes.
reaction, like everything about it
Yeah.
was so good because it's like exactly
Yeah.
how somebody that is innocent like that would
Yeah.
react. And I think that's hard to do, probably. Like, I would imagine it's hard to do. And she
Yeah.
did
Her
that so
micro,
well.
like Evan, her micro acting is
Hmm.
what gave away Arya. Like when he pulled
Yes.
her onto his lap, and she does
Yes.
this like I can't even do it. That
Hmm.
little look she gives when she's nervous about being that
Yeah.
close. Like I was like, this girl nailed
So
it.
now we're gonna get into Evan Adams' character, Miles,
Yes.
which like chef's kiss.
Perfection.
He's
Yeah.
so good in that. It feels more of like that's how he really is in real life.
Mhm.
Kind of like he
Mhm.
gives off that protective but like soft side.
Yeah, a
Yes.
sweetheart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
really cares. Yeah. I agree. I think that was probably, and honestly for me, like of all of the movies, that one's it's my favorite, and I think that's my favorite character of his that he's played too. Like I really feel like he leaned into Miles, and I think that that
Mhm.
character really was more of his own personality, and so
Mhm.
like or at least I like to think so. But I really feel like that one really kind of uh exposed like who he is as a person too. And
Mhm.
so like it was so cool to see him like lean into that character and really bring Miles to life and really
Yeah.
like be able to have that really amazing chemistry with having Miles with Aria and Catherine,
Mhm.
and be able to just give us all this like really wholesome dude that like we all kind of really want in our lives.
Yeah. Yeah. I think like I loved that he didn't have like the typical ulterior motives, right? Like he had an
Yes.
ulterior motive and it's kind of like to mess with
Yeah.
Ben and get, and Kylie and stuff, but
Yeah.
like there wasn't like necessarily an ulterior motive for like Aria. And so
Yeah.
it was really just like this sweet kind of like over time he was like, "Oh man, I kind of actually really like her," kind of
Yeah. Kind
thing.
of like
And
him,
then
girl.
she was still clueless and she's still trying to get Ben, and then he kind of got his heart broken because
Yeah.
like that scene in the hallway at the school
Yeah.
when he thought Ben kissed her, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I felt so bad for him."
I
I was
know.
like,
I
"No," because he
know.
just like looked so sad and he just turned and like walked away. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
so like I kind of liked that too because he like wasn't the bad boy. He wasn't completely like
Yeah.
chasing after her and was like,
Yeah.
it wasn't that kind of storyline. And it was more of like this, over time he fell for her and then thought he wasn't gonna end up with her.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like, oh,
What
it was
point do
so
you
good.
think that they showed him with her like actually liking her? Like where do you think that shift kind of came into the movie?
Oh,
Ooh.
Because I think I know. I think it was when they were sitting there watching the movie and he was like,
Yeah.
you
The way
know,
he looks at
yeah,
the
her
way
when
he
she's
looks at her
watching
and
her the
like,
movie.
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right there.
I
Well,
just
and
felt like that
because
was kind of
like
the
I
moment of
don't
like,
think if he didn't like her like that, I don't think he would have been like, okay, let's just like slow down and watch a movie. Like,
yeah,
I want you to be comfortable because I
yeah,
care about you. Like,
yeah,
yeah, sure, cool. Like I don't
yeah.
know.
I
Yeah,
think they were trying to give off that he was like not that way.
yeah,
Like I'm just
yeah,
the cool guy just trying to help you.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
it was those micro like things of him like looking at her, and that like
hmm
he's watching the movie with his hand like whatever, and there's this like slight look at her and then he looks back at
yeah,
the movie. And
hmm
you're like, dude, you like this girl.
yeah,
Like I don't know.
yeah,
I felt like that was that. And then the way he calls her cute, like
So I
he
messed
puts her
up.
hair behind her ears. And
hmm
he's like, you're just so
You're so
cute.
cute.
It's
yeah.
like those kind of things, where you're like, okay, dude, you've
In the
definitely
pool,
crossed the line.
I thought in the pool when
Oh,
he's
that
like,
pool.
what did
Oh.
he say? What did he say? And she's like, oh, sorry.
You drive me
You
insane.
drive,
And he's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
she's
And
like,
she's like, oh
oh,
my
I'm
gosh,
so
I'm sorry.
sorry. And
Yeah,
he's like,
like she thought it
what?
was a bad thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I
See,
thought that
that's
was kind of a
where
cool
she plays the
scene.
character really
yeah,
well because you like really believe that she's
Yes.
so
yes,
innocent,
yeah,
and
Yeah.
it plays so well with how Evan reacts
mm-hmm,
Yeah.
as Miles to it.
100%.
yeah,
Yeah. I agree with that. I mean, that pool scene was a good idea of that, of like, the chemistry between them two and the
mm-hmm,
innocence, and then her realizing like this is way more than, I
What
like
she
I
thought.
don't know if, and nobody I think has caught it, and I don't know, and maybe you guys did, you can tell me or not, but in that scene after they kiss, he goes, "Whoa," like it was different. That
Yeah,
specific
like
kiss
you
yeah,
can tell
was
when he
different.
backs up,
He
like
backs up, he
his
says, "Whoa."
expression. It's
Yeah.
like, damn.
yeah,
Yeah. No, he
Yeah,
literally says it. He literally goes, "Whoa." Like but it's really under his breath and under his tongue. Like everything is underneath.
he tries
But
to
you
make
can
it not noticeable.
yeah, yeah. And that's where I think they both were like, this is different. This is not the
yeah. It's
same.
like it
Like,
caught him off guard because he also wasn't expecting
yeah,
himself to have that reaction either. Like,
yeah.
oh, okay, I really felt something there. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. And so I think that's where it was for the both of them, and I think he liked her way before, but maybe just
Right.
didn't act on it. Um but for her too to like kind of realize it's going in that direction, and then
Mhm.
the sadness, and also the locker scene where like he saves her from freezing to death,
Yes.
like the
Yeah.
locker scene of that, and him
Mhm.
being like, okay dude, yeah, like you can take care of her. What I find
Yeah.
interesting about that scene, sidebar, is that they both came in the car together, and yet he
Mm.
he Miles just leaves. So what does he do? Leaving Ben there? Is Ben going with Aria? Like what is happening?
They walked
You know?
home. I don't know.
And Ben, is he going home with Aria? And is like
And they're all
that's
going to
been
the
my
same
brain every
place.
time I see it.
Like they could have all just got back in the car together and gone back
I know,
home.
right? But Aria had come by herself. But then
Mm.
here's my theory too, sidebar to that in that pool scene. Why was I know they had to have like a reason for somebody to come save her, but like Olivia just showing up or Kylie just showing up out of nowhere. Like she
Yeah.
literally drove there just to take her clothes and leave her there. Like what?
Maybe that's what mean girls do, I guess.
I guess so. I
They
was
just
just
pop
like,
out when you
what?
least expect it to get you.
Yeah.
Well, and
Like, I'll just
how
take
did
these clothes.
Miles, how did Evan, whatever, not see her come through the door? He was literally looking at Aria. Like, how
Yeah.
did he not see her? I don't know. These are my things I think of when when I've watched it 100 times. Now I'm just critiquing
Yeah,
everything.
I know. Me too. I have so many things. I'm like, okay.
Anyway, so back to Evan, but like I really feel like he nailed that character, and
Yes.
I feel like that character was why everybody so much loves that character, and why everybody kind of, I think, followed him past
Mhm.
that, is because that really solidified, like it was resonated with everybody,
Mhm.
Yeah.
irregardless of your experience in life. Everybody resonates with a guy that cares about, or at least women
Right.
resonate with a guy that cares about you like that, so
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's just I think he just nailed it. I think he did a
Yeah,
great
he
job.
did for sure.
Yeah. It feels
Yeah.
like he's kind of like showing himself a little bit
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
just giving like a little bit of a glimpse of how he actually is, combining it with the character so that
Yes.
you don't know if that's really him, if
Yeah,
that's the character, or if it's a combination of both.
exactly. Yeah, I
So
agree with that 100%. I like to think that Miles was him.
he has that little inner Miles in him,
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it's just
I feel like he's got to have it. Like,
Well, he
yeah,
just
I
did
do
it
think
so
he's got some.
well. It's hard to believe like
Yeah,
that he couldn't because
it
like
was so
I'm not an
natural.
actor, right? But like I would feel like if possess natural qualities that this character also is supposed to, it'd be easier than
Yeah.
if I had to portray someone who's complete opposite of me. Cause like I
Yes.
wouldn't know what to do, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so yeah, it really feels like because he did that character so effortlessly. And it was
Effortlessly.
so good
Exactly.
that like
Yeah.
yeah, you get this feeling of that's gotta be similar to what
Yeah.
his norm, his actual personality
actual self.
traits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Compared
agree
to
with
like
that. I
all
think
the
it. I
other
think.
ones where
Hmm.
he's like a badass, like
Yeah.
really like right there
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
protective, and but Miles is still protective but just
Right.
in a different way
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
compared to
I agree.
like Ian or like
Hmm.
Yeah.
Xavier.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's
Kian got a little wild, so
You got a little
yeah,
crazy. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Or
but yeah.
Xavier, where
Yeah.
he's like almost beating the dude to death.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Um,
I agree. I think as I think Evan's like rough around the edges, but
yeah.
like I think that Miles was like close
Hmm.
probably to his real true. Him and Brad probably are close to his true self.
Oh,
I love
Yeah.
Brad.
Brad is
Oh,
literally my heart.
I
Like
know.
he's
Me too.
it's
oh,
Brad and Miles.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're in my
Oh,
top three for sure. Top
100%.
two of them
Yeah.
are in top three spots. So
Yep. Yep. Yep.
yes.
But for the movie overall, I think it was such a good movie, and has
Hmm.
become like one of my favorites, and I think it really encapsulated like the essence of what being like a teenager is. And I mean,
Hmm.
Miles wasn't a teenager, but like that whole era of your life where you're like going into being an adult and
Yeah.
coming out of that and finding like what love really is. Like I think she says it in the movie at some point. Like I was learning about love when I already knew about it or something like that.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I feel like the whole movie as a whole was just fantastic in that way. It kind of brought me back to like those 90s vibes of like Dawson's Creek or whatever, where
Yes.
like the whole like
Yeah.
Joey Pacey kind of thing, you know, where it's like they're
Mhm.
just so good and he's just such a
Yeah.
rugged boy and like I don't know. So I don't know. I felt like the movie was just fantastic and they all did a really great job
I agree.
at
It was good.
doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, you know, I feel like it's gonna be one of those ones that's gonna kind of define him a little bit because I think that's the one everybody, you know,
So many
really
people seem to like have that at the
yeah,
top of their list for
yeah,
sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's this, you know, but there's this like comparison between Miles and like everything else, you know, like everybody
Mhm.
kind of takes that character and compares it to everything else he's been in.
Yeah.
And so I
Yeah.
find it really interesting, you know, like there's
Mhm.
this pull of like, okay, this was like your best one or whatever, right?
Mhm.
But if you ask a lot of people, they would say either Xavier was or Kian was.
Mhm.
And so it's this kind of like divide,
Yeah.
you know, from everybody.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough because he has played such a wide range, like
Yeah.
in the vertical world. Because, like, if you look at Olivia, right, she mainly has played the mean
Mhm,
girl up until
mhm.
recently. And we haven't even seen that yet as her as the lead. So, like, a lot of, I feel like, from my exposure to vertical so far, that they do get typecast a little bit.
Yeah, right.
But
Yeah.
he's played a pretty good variety so far, and the
Yeah.
ones that he has done, which I think is cool. Um, but yeah, because I like a lot of his other characters for like different reasons.
Different
Like
reasons.
there's,
Yeah.
they're all, and he just does a good job with all of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it just, but this one, I feel like is the only one where he is this type of character because he's played a couple bad boys that, now, and he's played like, what else? So, oh, well, I guess, I mean, Pucked was similar, but I don't know. I wouldn't
Yeah.
put him in the same vein as Miles,
No.
because his
Yeah.
personality was so different. He wasn't like, I don't know, the more quiet, caring one. He was a little bit more assertive.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just feel like Miles so far is in his own little category, and
Yeah.
no one
Yeah.
else has been. He hasn't played another character quite like that yet. Because
But you
even
know
I
that
don't
he
know.
also that's the only movie where he doesn't have a like a sex scene in it.
Mm,
You know,
yeah,
do you realize that? Like this is the only one.
I mean, he still took his shirt off,
Yeah.
plenty,
I
but
mean, and he got in the water. This is
yes.
part for the chorus.
Yes. And he did some flips. We got
He
the
did
flips in
split
there.
again, par
We
for the
got
course. I mean, he stays on brand for sure.
Yes. I know.
Yeah.
I love it. Like this is a sidebar for me. Like it's the little tiny we kind of talked about earlier, like the little tiny body language things or facial
Yeah.
expressions. Like when he reaches out his hand, he does it the exact same way in every
Every
vertical. His
time. Yeah.
hand, the same position, the same like
Yep.
it's like so like to me like he's the only one that can do it that way. Like in my mind, I'm like, no one else can do it like that now because that's how Evan does it, and that's it. And when he says certain things, it's
Yeah.
just like I was talking to somebody in the Discord about it a couple days ago because they're almost like these comfort things now, or like these things that
Mhm.
he does in every vertical. That's just kind of like, oh yeah, cool. Like,
That's like his
Yeah.
yep,
signature thing.
yeah, like
Yes. Yeah.
this is
That
Evan. I'm
look,
like,
that that
yes,
that look that he gives right before,
mm-hmm,
like he kisses
yeah.
Yeah.
her,
Or the
and
way
then
he
you're
like
right, the
goes in and like
hands.
touches her face.
Yeah,
Oh
the
yeah,
whole like
it's
pulled to
so like it's
Vegas.
so gentle and it's so soft and it's
Yeah,
so like
I
oh,
love
it's
it.
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Oh, I
also
just
another
kicked
one
it.
I noticed that he all every time he does too, he puts his hand underneath their chin right here.
Yes.
I can't
Yep.
because
Yeah.
I'm not this way, but like
Yeah.
you know, it's
Yes.
and like grabs their chin, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And kind
So
of like
that's the thing he does too.
rubs it with his
Yes.
thumb or like
Yep.
Yes.
caresses
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Yeah.
dang, you got it down, dude. Like
Yeah. He like that's it. And like other actors I've seen do it in other ones, and I'm like, it's
it's
just not
not
the
the
same. I'm
same.
sorry, it's not the
Yeah.
same.
It's not the same at
Uh,
all.
yeah.
Yeah, it was Cam I was watching and he did that same he grabs like the face and I'm like,
Yeah.
you're good,
Yeah.
Cam, but not the same.
Yeah.
There's like an Evan grab, and then there's like a Cam grab,
Yes.
and there's like a Noah grab.
Noah
Like
grab, yeah.
they do the
Yeah.
same thing, but they do it in different ways.
So
Which I
different. It's
love.
crazy.
It's like
Yeah.
so, I don't know, it's so good. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with it. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he's got this like whole thing of like being able to I think you're to your point of him being able to do them all in the different ways, you know, of sorry, in the different movies all the same way because it becomes like we know what to expect, you
Mhm.
know? And so
Yeah.
we're like, "Oh yeah, this is a comfort. This is my
Yes. Yeah.
favorite vertical actor or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
like this is my dude that like I watch all the time and this is what
Mhm.
I expect from him, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, like we're like with Brad where he was getting like beat up, where everybody was like I saw kind of the reaction to everybody about it when I was looking up reviews and stuff, and
Yeah.
everybody was like, "We were not expecting him to get beat up at the end," and I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, none of us were."
I know. I
You
was
know?
so caught off guard by that.
Yeah,
I was
me
like,
too.
what?
Yeah, him
Yeah.
being in the hospital,
I was
that's
like,
not normal.
No.
Yeah,
like,
I loved it though. I was like,
Uh,
this is so that you know, he throws in these like little nuggets of like things to
yeah.
keep us like on our toes about it too. You know?
Mhm.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. I agree. I think it's great. I think he does such a good job at all those little things and like make sure you're like this is me. This is how I act. This is,
Yeah.
you know, how I'm going to portray this character and it's
Mhm.
all kind of the same realm of everybody everybody I
Yes.
play, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
the also the catching, the you know, like every time he catches a girl it's the
Yes.
same
When they fall.
when they
Yeah.
fall, you know? And then that one with Ivy where like he's like literally like just goes down to kiss her, you know, bends down to kiss her. Like it's all the same. They
Yeah.
all, you know.
He
I
has
don't
that
know.
twist with the
Yes,
arm,
that
like
twist with the
Yes.
set and
arm.
ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's so cool that he kind of has nailed just how to do all of it perfectly, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's it's so good. And like he has the strength. He's got the muscles for it. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
cuz like
yeah.
I mean, I've seen other actors do it and I'm like just not
Yeah,
quite the
awful.
same.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen
Like,
almost every one of them do it, and it's
Mhm.
like it's not the same.
Yeah.
They either do it with like one hand.
Mhm.
You're like, you wouldn't grab her with
Yeah, and
one
it's like
hand.
yeah.
that's fake.
Yeah, exactly. I don't believe that. You
Yeah.
know, like, like it's just
Yeah.
so fake. And then you see the BTS of what they're doing
Mhm.
too, you know, and you're like,
Yeah.
see, you weren't
Yeah.
even ready for it.
Yeah. Well, because
Yeah.
like in Kissing the Wrong Brother in the beginning, when she trips over the hose and then he falls, like if
Yes,
you
that
look,
like,
okay, I've watched this way too many times. If you look at his left arm, at his like, upper arm
yeah,
area, you can see his muscles like twitching because
engaged.
I'm sure they
Yeah,
filmed it 500 million times.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
like, I'm like, yeah, see, he's at that, like, he's actually like
yeah,
literally doing push ups all day
yeah.
filming that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, okay.
Well, and also with that same scene, he actually gives a natural reaction of like her
Yes.
falling, you know, like,
Hmm.
oh my God, like she's
Yeah.
falling, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas all of these ones, the guy is just like ready in there, and you're just
They're
like,
like, yeah, they're
come on.
expecting her to fall. Like, okay, I'm
Yeah,
ready to catch you. Please fall.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Which
Yeah.
on one notion I get, but
Yes.
on the other notion, it's like, can we have just a little bit of
Hmm.
believability? Like
Yeah,
just
because sometimes, and I think this is me kind of being a nerd, but I think it's like the carryover of like the verticals originating in Asia, I think, right? And so like
Mm,
the way that they do movies over there is very different than here. And so sometimes it doesn't translate the same way. And like society wise, like we don't gravitate towards the same things as maybe they do in movies, right? So like
right.
Yeah.
they like the bullying thing and like the violence kind of more
Yeah.
edge to the things. Whereas over here, we're kind of like, okay, we're not really, at least it seems like everyone that I talk to is like, not my favorite. I could do without that. But over there,
Yeah.
it's like a big deal. So then it's like they're trying to move, verticals over here. It's like, okay, they have to kind of find what's a hit and what's a miss,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I'm like, I'm okay with like a little bit of like, because like I think we've talked about before, it is kind of like fantasy, right? So like I get that part. Like you want it to be a little bit fantasy, a little bit like obviously it might not happen in real life. But then there's a point to sometimes I'm like, okay, that's like too much. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to believe a little bit of it. Like make it a little bit believable,
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, and, to that point, like there's a couple of them where, the girl's being completely, her clothes are being ripped off or
Yes.
whatever, and they're filming it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the guy just rushes in and, saves the
Mm-hmm.
day. But it's like that goes like for me, that goes way too far. Like
Yeah.
you're when you're
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and bully the girl, but like that I think takes away from what the whole purpose of the bully is supposed
Yes.
to be. That's
Yeah.
crossing lines,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
or that
Right.
one with, I don't know if you guys saw, but the one with Eloise and uh Jameson and Cameron. It's like I gave my virginity to my buddy's
Yeah.
brother,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
whatever it
Oh,
is.
yeah, I haven't seen that one yet.
And in that one, that bully scene in the bathroom is crazy. Like they
Yeah.
just rip
Mm.
her
They
all the
just
way
rip it off,
down,
and
Oh,
then not only that,
really?
they like dump
all
the
the way down to her
water.
bra, and they
Jeez.
knock her head, like
Yeah.
knowing she has a head injury, like and then they're like pouring water on her and like doing some on her face. I mean, it, there comes a point where some of these, it's like, come on, you guys, like if you're gonna bring it
Yeah.
over, let's take some of that out. Like, why do we need to rip her clothes off? Like, what is
Yeah.
Yeah.
the shame of it all or whatever? Like, that's just so crazy to me that they continue to do that. It's not the only one, but that's the most recent
That's
one I
one of the
think.
ones up there
Yeah.
where it
Yeah,
goes kind of past the
too
line. Like
far.
there's
Mm-hmm.
a fine line, but this one
Yeah.
that one just went kind of past it.
Not to like
Yeah,
Where
get
it's
in the
like,
weeds too much either. This is more verticals, not like specific to, but I've tried to like skip scenes and it's like, it won't let me. It's like, you
no
don't want to miss
kidding.
the, and I'm like, just let me skip that one scene. I don't want to
Yeah,
see that, like,
yeah,
let me skip it. Nope, you can't. I'm like,
yeah.
so let me just waste my coins. Okay. Fine.
Yeah, I
uh,
definitely I've tried to skip too, and some of them,
Yeah.
if you rewatch it or whatever.
Yeah.
What I don't like is they still take the coins if you want to go back and watch one.
do they?
Oh, shoot.
Yeah,
Really?
well, for me anyway.
Gosh.
I've
Yeah,
never paid attention. I
Well, no
just
wonder
if
they're
I have
making so many
coins,
of
I
these
watch.
verticals because they're making so much money off of
so much
this.
money. Well, I mean, and then they have the like picking ones, right? Where you have to like pick the scene, and you're
Oh,
like, I already paid for this. Why are you?
I
yeah, I
hate
know.
Why do I
those.
have
And
to
I
pay
don't
the
want to make
whole film?
decisions. I just want to enjoy this movie and like,
Exactly.
not think about anything. Just let me
Yeah,
watch it.
exactly. Yeah. Why
Oh.
do I
Yeah.
have to decide what they're gonna do? Why can't you decide for me?
Yeah. I'm like, just you decide. I don't know,
And that's why
Yeah.
they put coins on the best scenes because they
Yeah.
know you're gonna want
They
it.
know
Like
that's what you're gonna want. It's like, it's free to just walk away, or you can pay 500 coins to do whatever, to kiss him. It's like,
Yeah.
well, of course, yeah,
But
okay.
have you noticed the ones where like there's that, or there's like the one that you don't have to pay for, automatically go, so they'll automatically do that one that you don't pay for anyways, even if you go to the like kiss scene. So the kiss scene is like, or whatever the scene is an added bonus scene. It's not, so they'll just like make it go through no matter what, and then that one's just kind of like an
Oh,
added. So even if you pick the one that like isn't the paid
yeah.
one,
yeah,
they're still gonna play it anyway. They play it anyway. So like if you ever watch it and notice, I did that with
Oh no.
what was that, the camp,
Virgin camp counselor.
Virgin Camp
yeah,
Counselor. And I was like, I wonder what's gonna happen if I actually pay to do this one. And
Yeah.
so I did that one, with the famous scene. And then
Yeah.
that same scene that was underneath was still the same one. And I was like,
What?
oh, you guys are kidding me. You're
Oh
still doing it
man.
irregardless.
oh,
So they're
that's
not
That's
they're not
like
horrible.
that's
yeah, they're
pretty
just
sneaky.
it's just pure money going to them. That's all
Oh
it
my
is.
gosh.
You're not even
They're over
picking
there like,
anything.
yes, please choose that one.
Yeah, exactly. We know
We're
what you
still
want,
gonna
so here
add
you
this
Yeah.
go.
scene that you didn't want to watch originally.
And they're like,
Yeah,
nope, they're so desperate to say that one, like they'll keep paying and they're never gonna catch on.
exactly. Can't get it past me
We keep
though.
paying.
I know.
Watching
Well, we
it.
have Kara now. She's like, no, don't do that. She's gonna
Uh,
find
Tell
all the
you.
secrets.
That's
Uh,
what I'm
damn.
here for, right?
uh,
Uh,
Well, I don't know. I think we covered everything we can for
yeah,
that movie. But I think it was just a great movie, and I applaud Evan for
very good.
oh,
such
the
a great.
scenes.
Oh,
Like
favorite, like
what?
some of the top scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is the
Okay.
ice cream. Like it's just so
Oh,
adorable. And you like,
Yes.
especially when they have that picture. of
Yes.
when they're both like you can.
Mm-hmm.
They show that chemistry so well right there.
The
Mhm.
ice
Like,
cream,
you
because
can-
when like he went in for the kiss, like so smooth, so
Oh,
smooth.
Yes.
Because
so
there's another
Oh,
smooth.
vertical that does a very similar scene, not quite as smooth. Like
Oh,
he did it so well.
so good.
yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
I loved that one little part. I was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, you go ahead,
I
buddy."
know. I was like, wow, okay.
you're like, where's my
This is
ice cream?
good.
Like,
Yeah. You're
Right?
like, wait a
I need
second.
mine. I know. I love that he spin. One of my favorite parts in that specific scene is when he spins her, like,
Yes.
and she's like, put me down,"
Yeah.
and he's just having such like a good time in that scene. I feel
Yeah.
like that's
yeah,
kind of the
Yes.
whole
Like he's just
behind the
having
scenes.
fun. Like
Yeah,
that's like what you want if you're on a date, you know? You just want to have
yeah,
fun and like
yeah.
relax.
yeah.
Um
I love
yeah.
it. And
Well,
then
like
his
one
him
of
putting her shoes on.
I was just gonna talk about the shoes, like the so me noticing the weirdest random things. So when he goes and gets the shoes from his car, first of all, I can't picture him wearing those shoes. Okay.
Yeah,
Second of
those are
all,
Yes.
not
would
his
they
shoes.
fit her? Probably
Yeah,
not. Like, look at the
yeah,
height difference. Like, I was like, okay. And then second, you don't even,
100%.
yeah, I was like, okay, well, I'm
In
just
my
Because
gonna.
they're
mind,
girl shoes. Do you notice that they're like kind of
Yes, that's
they're
why I was
yes.
girl
like,
shoes?
So in my mind, I thought of like when he first brought the shoes, and I'm like, one, no, they're too
yeah,
small.
yeah,
Two, they look more like women's shoes. So
mm-hmm,
then I'm like,
Yes.
okay, maybe he brought those as a just in case. Like,
Oh, isn't that an interesting
oh, okay.
theory?
yeah,
See, if I go with
But
that
he says
theory, I
he
like it.
uses them. I use
I
sometimes I
know.
use.
So then he lied about it.
Yeah,
Because she's like, oh, like what? Oh, I just have these for me, just or
yeah,
whatever, you know.
as a just
I'm
in
like,
case.
those would not fit you, sir. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Yeah.
sir. We do not
Okay.
believe you, sir.
Okay.
But like to her, it's probably like, oh, like she doesn't think anything of it because he's being sweet of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Or
it's a shoe.
maybe he. No, I'm gonna ruin it. I'm not. Maybe he's a player and he does have women's shoes in his trunk because he's like, maybe you know these will come in handy sometime. I don't
Oh
know.
my gosh.
No, Miles is not that type. Okay,
Miles
I'm
is
just
not that type. We
Yeah, it's
no,
not
can't
Miles.
put that in
no.
the world.
Xavier, maybe Xavier would keep women's shoes in his trunk.
He, I would believe.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Xavier
100%.
is more believable than Miles.
Yes,
Just
yes.
have that.
100%. Mr. Playboy
Anyway, that was
himself.
like my
Yes.
sidebar. Otherwise, I do love the ice cream scene. It's like one of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
top ones for
I love
sure.
that he like looks at her face while he looks up as if it's, is this okay? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
she's not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. The whole thing was just so cute. It reminded me of
It's
like
good.
Cinderella or something, where like that
Yes.
the very end where he's like this is
Mm-hmm.
perfect. Just like the whole atmosphere of that whole thing. I
Yeah.
think it was an interesting choice for them to make her grab his shirt rather than his hand, because his hand is sitting out when she's on, like when she's in the
Oh
heels
yeah.
going up the stairs,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
he's just like, okay. Like the
I
choice
think
to
that's
grab his shirt was
yeah.
interesting to me.
I think it's to me, it's because she's so innocent, right? And she doesn't know, like she doesn't know how to flirt, I guess, kind of
Yeah,
thing. And
Yeah.
like awkwardly she's gonna grab the shirt because she doesn't, she's not
yeah,
confident enough to like grab his arm or grab his hand. It's like,
yeah.
okay, nope, I need something, but I don't really want to touch him, so I'm gonna go for the shirt, you
Yeah.
know?
That's so true. I didn't think of that. We're like, I don't think I want to touch him yet.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's so funny. I didn't think of it like that.
I didn't
I was
either.
like, this is an interesting choice. That's how I've
Yeah.
always thought of it. Like, this is a weird choice
The
to have
shirt.
her just bypass his hand when his hand
Yeah.
is right there. Like,
Yeah.
and I like how he like grabs her and he just like, like
Yeah.
pulls her over, and you're like, okay, bro. You could just pick her up from there, and then she wouldn't have a hurt ankle to
Yep.
begin with.
And I like when he like leans forward and he like hunches over and he's like telling her to like get on
Oh
his
yeah,
back.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
I don't
He's like, who
care. Can you just
cares?
get
Like,
on me? Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. But the people in behind did a really good job of like making it look like they were having fun watching these two like young lovebirds or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I thought
yeah.
that I've watched it so many times now. I'm looking outside of the two of them. I noticed that now.
I'm still not at that point yet.
Hey, maybe we should audition to be
Catch
extras
up.
someday. We would be really good at that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Where do we sign up? We got to
Yeah.
look for signups.
Let's
Yep.
do it. I'm down.
100%. Yep. I think another scene would be the bar scene where they fight. I think that's probably one of my most favorite scene of the whole movie, honestly. But I think that scene is so cool. I love that he just like looks up and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing? Stop!" Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it
Yeah.
is about that one moment. He says that exact same line in Key in too, honestly, when they're in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Like,
I still
stop.
feel, yeah,
Yeah.
he's like,
Yeah.
stop. I'm like, why is that so hot? Stop it.
Because usually
Yeah.
the guy's not saying that.
That's 100%, right? I think that's what it is. But that whole
Yeah.
scene, so this is my theory on that whole scene is, and I think we've probably talked about it before, but I feel like that's such a great scene because you have him trying to protect her from him,
Mm-hmm.
right? And what he thinks in his head is not good enough for her, right?
Yeah.
Where she's like fighting for him, where the whole movie he's fighting for her.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have this shift in their relationship of now she's fighting for him to be like, hey, you are enough for me. Like, whereas he was telling her
Mm-hmm.
the whole movie that she's enough for Ben, but
Yeah.
him. Um, like you never, like in the pool where he's like, you never have to prove yourself to me. Like
Mm-hmm.
that whole notion of like, hey, I accept you for who you are. And then he has a fault.
Yeah.
And then she just responds with, this idea of, um, yeah, of like being able to show him that he is also enough, even though he's got
Yeah.
faults himself,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
she can protect him too. And I love that one moment where like they kiss and he's like, are you sure you want that or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
And like she's like, yes, more than anything, and it's this like
Mm-hmm.
really amazing moment of those two just seeing that they're on the same page with each other. I don't know.
Yeah. I know. I
Yeah.
love that her character did take that turn, and then she had the confidence. Like
Yeah.
before, it was like she
And
had no
she became
confidence about
his.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
she's like, no, I know now that you're what I want, and I'm
Yeah.
not, like I'm not gonna take no for an answer. Basically, like,
Yes.
no,
Yeah.
this is what I want, and you can't stop me now. Basically, because she's like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop because this is, and I know you want it too. You're just, going
Yeah.
through
Being
this
a tough
other,
guy.
yeah, like, come on. But
Yeah.
yeah, I like that shift to where she realized that that's what she wanted, but then also had the confidence to like act on that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to go look for him, where like
Mm-hmm.
later in the next scene he's like he thanks her for looking for him. And
Yeah.
I think that that's really like a cool thing to say in that moment, because really had she not taken the confidence that he had taught her to
Mm-hmm.
go look for him and push for it and be like, well, I'm mad and you need to leave, and she's like,
Right.
no, that's not gonna happen, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
Yeah.
No.
we're having a talk and we're having it
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it was just such a good like opportunity for them in that story to really make her shine in that way, and
Mm-hmm.
that she gained the confidence because of him and showed him that he can have some too.
Yeah.
So
That was good. Yeah.
yeah. The I don't know, do you guys have any other scenes that you like?
I mean, I love those two for sure. And I also like the one where they're watching the movie, like they're in his room.
Oh,
Oh,
And
yeah.
then
oh.
they kiss, and then she's
Mm.
like, I can't breathe. And he's like, whoa, like, are you okay? Like, how did you hold your breath that
How
long,
did you hold your breath to
And like,
that?
what? And then she's like, are we moving too fast? And so then obviously he gets the message like, okay, she's freaking out a little bit. Like, let's
Yeah.
just chill and watch a movie. And then she also like misunderstands that. She's like, whoa, no, not that kind of movie. You know what I mean? Like, and he's like,
I
no, like a regular movie. And they're just chilling. Like he's fine, just like hanging out there. There's like
yeah.
no expectations. It's
Mm-mm.
just like again, it's like protecting her in a way because he's like, she's uncomfortable. Let's switch gears and try to make her feel comfortable.
Feel
I don't
comfortable
want to
again.
push
Yeah.
her and
Yeah.
make her do something she doesn't want to do. So I don't know. I just
Well, I
thought that
feel
was
like
like
that
really
kiss scene
sweet.
though on the bed, he's very like he is with Jenny, like very aggressive,
Yeah.
and then she's like, "Oh, wait a minute, this is too
Yeah.
much,"
Yeah.
you know. And so
Yeah.
I kind of
Mhm.
understand that, but like I
Yeah.
just it's again going back to like him having these like things that he always does.
Yeah.
It's that like aggressive like whatever when he goes in, And with her, like she was so innocent and so like I've never
Yes.
done any of this in my life. Like,
Uh-huh.
you know, it made sense. I think that was a good scene because it showed
Yeah.
how like reserved she really is with and the innocence of everything, you know.
Yeah.
And then that scene kind of her building up to him like watching the movie
Mm-hmm.
and all of that like gave away I think the fact that he was that's where I think that scene really dove down into where he was realizing or coming over the hump
Mm-hmm.
of like I think I like this girl, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you
um
can see because they're watching her favorite movie,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see
yeah, what
like,
guy does that? Can
Yeah,
you be
yeah,
fair?
seriously.
like you can see how much she
Yep.
loves that movie, and then
Mm-hmm.
him like watching the movie, and then him taking a glance at her and
Yeah.
seeing how much she loves it and how
Yeah,
much she's enjoying it, and it
Mm-hmm.
just like really shows like, oh, okay, like you can
yeah,
start to see those little things
the
turning in his head
shift.
a little bit
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
like, okay, yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah,
those looks, because it was like seeing her happy made him happy.
make
Like,
him
yeah,
happy.
you
Yeah,
know? Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, and I love that like I feel like the kiss on the nose and the like going into her. I think that kissed her
Mm-hmm.
before Ben walks in. I think that that whole little tiny scene. I think that that was like their way of being like I think I actually like this person. Like I want
Mm-hmm.
to kiss her because she's sitting here with me like in my arm
Yeah.
like I'm in. It's an intimate moment
Yeah.
for them, you know.
yeah.
And it was like a real moment. It wasn't like
Yeah,
a let's sit down and have a kissing lesson and this
yeah,
is what we're gonna do. You know, like
It wasn't
yeah,
it was like an
forced,
actual,
or
yeah,
it
it
was
was like
almost
force.
actual
Yes,
forced.
chemistry.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I really, yeah, I think again, it comes back to the chemistry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you believed it. You believed that
Yeah.
he wanted to be there with her and he was like what like rubbing his hand on her arm or
Yeah.
her forearm over here, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And so it was like it's just all the little tiny things like that in that scene that were like, "Oh yeah, dude, you're falling for this chick."
Yes.
You know?
yeah.
Yes.
We can
It's
all
like
see it.
what,
Can you just
like when you first start dating someone, you see those little moments,
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
it makes you go back to at that time of like how you felt
Yeah.
of
Yes.
like when you go on your first date with like this person that you feel like you might like or you kind of do
Mm-hmm.
like, and then they do those little moments and those
Yeah.
little
Yep.
like little tendencies and stuff, and
Yeah.
it makes you go back of like, oh, I remember that feeling. I
Yeah.
remember the look I gave, or I remember the look he gave me. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
those little
Yeah.
things that makes you go back.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. And I think in that scene where she's in like remembering him, they start like going back to those little moments that I think we've all talked about, you know,
Yeah.
in the flower garden and then, you know, him in that scene of them sitting down together and everything. Like I think that's where you know, that scene really spoke to the point of, you know, them I don't but you know, like this moment of like, okay, this might not be training anymore, you know?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it might be a little more. And I think it kind
Mm-hmm.
of it gave you the opportunity to see Miles be like, okay, I really want to spend time with this person. So
Mm-hmm.
let's go on a date. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take you on one anyways and we'll
Yep.
pretend, but like I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
And then you kind of see like when they're on the date and then Miles sees his friend, like
yeah.
you kind of
Oh
see
yeah,
when
the
he was
friend.
like when he says, "Oh, this is Ben's friend." Like you
Yeah.
kind of see like her happiness kind of like go down,
Drain.
like
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
like hurt her so bad.
Yeah.
But him too, like I think he stumbled, like they made him stumble on that because it was like, this is kind of real for me, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
the stumble kind of gave in, or what I thought the stumble was
Yeah.
him trying to decide how he was going to tell somebody, you know,
Yeah.
like what am I
Well,
really?
it's like
Who is
it's
this
almost
person to
that
me?
it's like this unspoken. Yeah, because like
Yeah,
she's in it thinking these are purely just like lessons so I
yeah,
can win Ben over.
yeah,
But then he's actually falling for her. But he's
mm-hmm.
like, well, I can't say anything though, because to her, this is just lessons.
A
Like, I'm just
lesson.
her teacher. There's not
Yeah,
supposed to be feelings involved, you know? And
yeah.
so it's like, oh man, but there are.
Yeah.
So what do I do?
Yeah, yeah, and I think that's where that scene kinda lent into
Yeah.
that, you know, of, like that's where I think that the previous scene of, like, them in the bedroom and stuff, I think that kind of was the extension of like, I really like this girl.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to spend time with her. I don't know. I can't tell her that because this is all
Right.
just, excuse me, this is all, superficial for her to fall in love with my brother, or
Yeah.
whatever. And so I really do feel like that whole thing was cool. Like they made it so easy for her to see that he was just kind of falling headfirst,
Yeah.
Yeah.
into it. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, is there any other scenes you guys like, or is it just
I mean, I
those?
really like the whole movie, but
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Like
thing
mean,
as a
when the
whole.
when they're actually already dating and then they go into her room and he hears something in the closet.
Oh my God.
And
yeah.
he goes and then
That
she
look.
just has like this big smile and goes
I
up behind
know.
him, like wraps him,
Mm-hmm.
and like just that genuine smile that he
Yeah.
has as he's
Yeah.
turning,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. You
that.
can't beat it.
Yeah.
I
Like you
love the one
feel it.
part where they're like on the bed and they're kissing, and he's like trying to pull away, but he can't.
Yeah. It's like the
Yeah.
roles reversed. She's like, oh, okay. Now you know what
He's
it's
like, I've never
like.
had this feeling before. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Ben had to ruin it.
I know.
Well,
God.
this is a
Ben be
side note
ruining
too
everything.
that doesn't have to do with any of that either. Why was that closet so huge? I'm sorry, that was like a whole nother
That is
bedroom.
my question too. And
Like,
is that her house or is that a dorm? Is that like, how did her parents not know that they were there? Like, I have so many
well,
questions.
she's in high school, so I was assuming it was her house.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
But
true. That's right.
but that closet looked bigger than her actual bedroom, so I don't know.
Exactly.
She
Yeah.
had like a whole like
Another
small
bedroom.
bedroom as a
Yes.
closet. Like
I
she
was
had
like,
like the
wow,
best
okay.
walk-in closet.
But I
Yeah.
mean, they always make them rich, so there's that.
I mean, I guess that's true. Rich best friends, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Like,
Because Miles and Ben's house was pretty nice too. So
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The front, I wonder who's that one scene of them like driving away to go get her in
oh
the
yeah.
living room. You can
Oh.
see the whole house. That's the only
Mhm.
one I think I've seen that you actually see the house. Like,
Hmm.
I can't even think of another one where you actually see the house.
Someday we should just go on a driving tour through LA or wherever and find all the filming locations.
We're just
Well, they
gonna go through
usually have
each
them like
one.
on the list. They usually have them written down somewhere
Yeah,
of
a
like
call
the
Yes.
props
list.
that they've used, where they got the props
Yeah.
from,
Yeah.
the permissions for those filming locations. So
Yeah.
I mean, I've done
Yeah.
it before, not for these verticals, but I have done it for other
Oh,
things.
I did it for Twilight. I went to
Oh
Oregon
yeah,
and
that's
everything.
right.
I did it
I
for The
did it
Office.
for Chicago Fire, so
Chicago Fire. Oh,
yeah.
let's not even get started with that. Jeez.
Taylor Kinney. Okay,
Oh,
anyway.
Taylor Kinney. Oh. Oh my
Sorry,
God, those
I
eyes.
digress.
Oof. Yeah, let's digress from that. Oh, Evan is a firefighter. Gotta put that in the Discord.
Ooh,
Oh.
that has to go in the Discord.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God, it's
Oh, that's
That's gonna
okay.
start a
How has
whole
nobody said
big,
that
huge
before?
rabbit
How has
hole.
nobody said it? I
That
don't know.
what?
No kidding.
Okay.
I'm
Mhm.
going to put that in after this.
And if you guys haven't joined the Discord, please do because
We're like
Great
almost
that's a lot of
done with the
fun.
episode.
Oh my God. Yeah, if you haven't joined the Discord, it is so much fun. We have way too much fun in that Discord.
Yeah.
And
It is. You can put
I'm a
memes
mod
in
in that
there, your
Discord and we
art
make
in
sure.
there.
Yeah.
There's little sidetracks, Q&As that you can do.
Yeah.
And we
There's
have
lots of
games
fun
in there now. We've made
Oh yeah,
games in there
Q&As
now.
Fridays, 7 a.m. to
So
7:10.
Friday, yeah, here.
Totally
So
missed it.
I'll just kind of
Morning.
lay out
I made it
what
in the
all of it
morning, but I
is.
had no questions.
Oh,
Yeah, I
forgot.
know. So just to kind of give everybody an idea, so on Friday mornings from 7 a.m. to 7:10 a.m., we open it up for you to put in a certain section, question answer section, where Evan Moore will answer the questions or he'll ask Evan Adams and they'll answer the questions. It is very slow going because the both of them are busy as heck. And so Evan will pop in every now and then. Evan Moore will pop in and say hello. Like today, he made one comment and that was it.
Oh, and then he put his art in there.
Well, that
He
was
did put his
cool.
art in there.
Yeah.
So like he comes in there every
Every
few
once in a
days.
while.
Mhm.
We always tell everybody don't be expected because we never know. It could be
Yeah.
12 o'clock at night. It could be 11 in the morning. We have no idea. But we open that section, the question and answer section up, also at night for those that are on the other side of the world, from 7 to 7:10 at night as well.
Pacific
And
Standard
then,
Time.
yeah, Pacific
Right.
Standard Time. It's all in Pacific Standard Time. Or as some people call it, California time. And so,
Yep. I do.
apparently California is Washington to California. That's what I've learned.
Wow.
So, yeah. And then we also have a game section that we just started doing crosswords, and puzzles and things. One of the mods makes those. We're doing Pucked as the crossword. So if you're interested, go do that. And then we also have a section where you can put in art, which is where Evan Moore is more active because he's very artsy creative, and so he loves that section, and he's told us all that he loves that section very much. So you know, put your art in there, and he's eventually going to share Evan Adams' art too, I think is what he was telling us, because Evan, if you didn't know, he draws as well.
Yeah.
And then
Pretty much nothing he can't do.
I don't think
Except
there's
calculus.
anything he doesn't do at this point. It doesn't surprise me.
Just can't do
And
calculus.
then yeah, except for calculus apparently.
Neither can I, though, so I wouldn't know.
I can do some.
I can't do it either, so I'm with him there.
Well, my brother has the highest math degree. I can't remember. It's like
Jeez.
the
Physics? I don't know.
no, it's not physics. He was
No,
telling my
that's
daughter
science.
because I can't remember, but yeah, because he's a mechanical engineer, so he had to
Oh,
get
Mm,
that
wow.
one.
He's
So
smart.
me.
Yeah.
Not it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. And then I have no me and math
Me
are not
neither.
friends. And then we have like a general chat that everybody goes into. And then Evan has an announcements area where he puts like where the new verticals are coming in or whatever, and he'll also put in pictures and things of BTS. So just join it. It's so much fun. We all have the conversation is 24/7. If you're not in America, that's fine. There's people that are not in America that are in there
Mhm.
when we're all sleeping. I'm a moderator in there, and there's 3 others. And so there's 2 for the day and 2 for the night for America.
and they've got the
so
schedule down so good. They're like, okay, this is the time that everyone in the US is gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
And
yes, yep,
yeah,
exactly.
it's so
So
fun.
if you haven't joined it, please do. If you're part of the M&M's official fan club, then I have the Discord and everything in the bio on Instagram and TikTok, so you can just click that and it's in there with the podcast stuff. So if you haven't followed our podcast on any socials, do that because we're gonna start posting everything and all the stuff that's coming up on there. So go ahead and follow us on the socials
And
there
he has
too.
a lot of stuff coming up.
And
A
we've got
lot.
Yeah,
lots of
you don't want to
topics.
miss out.
So yeah, you don't want to miss out on that. Also I wanted to mention, like, if you haven't gone to any of my lives, I do lives every Friday night. These guys are moderators for the live, so I do it from 7 to 9, and we have so much fun. Where I've started having like other co-stars of Evans come on, so that's fun. And yeah, I mean, it's just a whole thing that is exciting and fun, and we all get to talk forever about Evan for a
Mhm.
couple of hours in real time.
Yes.
There's a few
Yes.
little detours, but it
Yes.
always comes back.
Yes.
100%
7.
detours everywhere. Yeah, we go every which way. But I usually give the main things that you'll find there is we give announcements if there is one. We always tell where to find his movies and what's coming out recently. And just like your basic stuff that
Mhm.
like if you're a new fan, this is all about our dude. So join us on those. It's Friday nights, 7 p.m. PST.
Yep.
But I think that's a wrap on us, you guys.
Yes.
I think
Thank
And
you
if you
so.
haven't seen it, go watch Kissing the Wrong Brother. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you haven't
it's
seen it,
so good.
we recommend it. You'll love it.
Yeah.
highly recommended. Yes.
Kylie.
All right, everybody. We'll see you on the next episode.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.